Democrats on the House Oversight Committee are asking a federal judge to enforce a subpoena that they have issued to Donald Trump, asking for all of his financial records. Basically, asking this federal judge, this is our last-ditch effort. You're our last line of defense. Can you please enforce this subpoena so we can get his financial records and get on with our day? We're waiting for the judge to make his decision, obviously. And to be honest, I do hope the judge says, yes, you know what? I am going to enforce the subpoena. Donald Trump, turn your stuff over. Because, by the way, the House of Representatives, these committees do have the authority to get this information on literally any individual in the United States. Donald Trump should not be any exception to this. That's why I support this. Also kind of because I think it's going to embarrass Donald Trump. And you know what? I'm okay with that. But anyway, I'm not on the House Oversight Committee. Okay, I have no authority at all in the House of Representatives. I don't know if everybody's aware of that. But that is the sad reality in which I live. I have no authority over these individuals. But I do have a question for the Democrats on these committees. And again, this is coming from somebody who actually hopes you get your hands on these documents. What are you going to do with the documents? Why do you need them? Why? And I'm asking that question legitimately, like, what exactly is the House Oversight Committee going to do if they get their hands on these documents? The guy's not president anymore, so you can't find anything impeachable on him. If you find any kind of evidence of criminal wrongdoing, there's not much you can do because that's already being handled in New York State. So what are you going to do? What is the point of this? And I think that's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle here. And trust me, this is a story I've been following very closely for years now, and even I can't exactly remember what the hell these people are trying to do and why they're trying to do it. I know at one point they wanted to see if there was any kind of financial conflict of interest between Donald Trump, his properties, foreign officials, any of that, all of that. Okay, well, that's cool. We should look at that. But a judge has already struck all that down. A judge has already dismissed all those lawsuits, most of them brought by Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. So what now? Maybe you could find some conflicts. Maybe, we can pursue it that way. That'd be good. I'm okay with that. I think that is a legitimate reason to look at these. Maybe use that to kind of act as a springboard towards some kind of legislation that would force a president to divest all of their assets before they get sworn in. I'm okay with that. I think that's a good idea. But is that what you're doing with it? At this point, I really do feel like the ultimate goal of the Democrats trying to get their hands on these documents, I feel like it is to embarrass Donald Trump. And again, I'm okay with that. But if I were on that committee, I probably would be less okay with it. I can be okay with it in the position that I'm in now because I'm in a position that doesn't matter. I'm not in the position to make a decision on these things. And I don't have to worry about a re-election either. So be careful with this. If you do have a legitimate reason that you are pushing for these so hard, then great. Please spell it out a little more clearly. But if not, if your reasoning is flimsy, or if you're just doing it out of spite, that's the kind of thing that's going to come back to hurt you in the future. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.